Psalm 46, 1-5. This psalm celebrates Zion, the city of God, the special city of God which he has chosen as his habitation. God has chosen his people, his city, through whom the nations of the world will be blessed. God made that promise to Abraham in Genesis, and that promise will later be fulfilled in Christ and all who have allegiance to him. Notice there is a stream that runs through this city, just as the believer has the stream of living waters running within. Since God dwells in the believer, God is there in our hearts. Zion is God's chosen habitation, just as the believer is too. God intends to dwell in and amongst his people. See John 14. See also Ezekiel 37. The thoughts of mountains crumbling into the sea as the result of an earthquake or a nuclear blast is a fearful thing. Imagine what people living in war-torn areas go through daily. But the psalmist says that even if the world were to end, we need not fear. Even in the face of utter destruction, we should have a quiet confidence in God's ability to save us. We can't consider a World War III or the end of the world without becoming consumed by fear, but the Bible is clear. 3 things worth noting. God is our refuge even in the face of total destruction. He is not merely a temporary retreat. He is our eternal place of safety and source of strength in any circumstance. God is a place of security for his people. God is never too busy but always available. Imagines terrible conditions like earthquakes that topple mountains and cause tsunamis. Yet even if the worst things happen, the psalmist says, we will not be afraid, for God is still near to help. God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in trouble. Hence, no need to fear. Do we think this way? If not, we ought to do. He goes on in verse 3 to describe more possible occurrences of calamities. Guess what? Come what may. Verse 4. There is a city, a special city. Verse 5. God lives within it. It cannot be moved. Many great cities have rivers flowing through them, sustaining people's lives by making agriculture possible and facilitating trade with other cities. Jerusalem as a city, however, had no river, but it had God, who, like a river, sustained the people's lives. As long as God lived among the people, the city was invincible. Another thing about cities with rivers running through them is that they are harder for the enemy to attack because there is not only no easy access, but also a very risky escape. Everything that a river is to an ordinary city, God is to his holy habitation and more. He is the fountain of life and refreshment. He is also the river of mercy and goodness. God himself is the river whose streams make glad the city of God. It is because he is enthroned in Jerusalem that she shall not be moved. God shall help her just at break of dawn. There is a joy coming in the morning. Believers in this world have trouble, but there is a joy to come that is set before us as believers. It comes in the morning when the Lord returns or calls us home. Meanwhile, he is a present help each step of the way while we are here in this world. Let us keep our eyes on him, full of joy always in the Lord. Like, subscribe and share for more content like this. Shalom.